Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 1st of October 1987, and the title is God's Love is the Foundation for Transformation in Life. Today, the ocean of love has come to meet His loving children. The love of the Father and the children is tying the world in the thread of love. When the meeting of the ocean of love and the rivers full of love takes place, the rivers full of love also become master oceans of love, the same as the Father. This is why souls of the world are automatically continuing to come close with the experience of love. No matter how unknowing souls are, how stone-like they may have become, having been deprived of the love of the family for a long time, with pure love and God's love, even such stone-like souls, with the love of the godly family, melt and become like water. This is the wonder of the love of the godly family. No matter how much they may keep themselves aside, godly love automatically pulls them like a magnet and brings them close. This is called the practical fruit of God's love. No matter how much some consider themselves to belong to a different path, God's love makes them cooperative and ties them with the thread. We are all one, and enables them to move forward. You had this experience, did you not? Love, first of all, makes one cooperative. By gradually making them cooperative, it automatically makes them easy yogis at the right time. The sign of being cooperative is that today they are cooperative and tomorrow they will become easy yogis. God's love is the foundation for transformation. That is, it is the seed for transformation in life. Souls who have the seed of the experience of God's love in them automatically make the tree of being cooperative grow, and at the right time, the fruit of becoming easy yogis will be visible, because the seed of transformation definitely bears fruit. It is just that some fruit emerges quickly, whereas other fruit emerges in its own time. Bapdada saw in all directions what all of you master oceans of love, the world server children, are doing. You are sowing the seeds of the love of the godly family in the world. Wherever you go, whether someone is an atheist or theist, even if he doesn't know or accept the Father, he definitely experiences that he cannot receive from anywhere else the love of the godly family that he receives from you Brahma Kumars and Kumaris who belong to Shiva's clan. He would also accept that this love and affection is not ordinary, that this is unique love, that it is godly love. So, indirectly, he has become a theist from being an atheist. Has he not? Since it is godly love, where did he come from? The rays automatically prove the existence of the sun. Godly love, unique spiritual love, and altruistic love automatically prove the existence of the Father. the bestower. Indirectly, because of the experience of godly love, their relationship is forged with the Father, the ocean of love. But they don't know this because the seed is at first incognito and the tree is clearly visible. So, the seed of godly love is revealing everyone as being cooperative and easy yogis in a practical way, according to the time, and will continue to do so. So, all of you did the service of sowing the seed of God's love. You also practically saw the two special leaves, good wishes and pure feelings, that make them cooperative. Now, this trunk will grow and show the practical fruit. Bap Dada is pleased to see the variety of service of all the children, whether they are children who give lectures, children who do physical service. Success in service is achieved with everyone's cooperation, whether it is someone on guard duty or someone who looks after the dishes. With the cooperation of all five fingers, no matter how big or how great a task may be, it is easily accomplished. In the same way, with the cooperation of every Brahmin child, every task has turned out 1,000 times easier than you had thought. Whose wonder is this? Everyone's. Whoever was cooperative in this task, whether you maintained cleanliness, whether you wiped the tables, the result of everyone's cooperation is success. The power of this gathering is great. Bap Dada was seeing that it wasn't just the children who came to Madhuban, but even those who were not present here in the physical form, all the Brahmin children from everywhere, from this land and abroad, gave the cooperation of good wishes and pure feelings with their mind. This fortress of the good wishes and pure feelings of all the souls brings about transformation in souls, whether it is the Shaktis or the Pandavas who were instruments for this. Of course, special servers become instruments in every task, but the fortress of the atmosphere is only created with everyone's cooperation. Bap Dada is congratulating the children who were the instruments, but most of all, he is congratulating everyone. What congratulations would you children give to the Father because he has become Avyakt? He made you children the instruments in the physical form. This is why Bap Dada constantly sings songs of only you children. You sing the Father's song, and the Father sings your songs. Whatever you did very well. Those who gave good lectures. Those who decorated the stage decorated it well. And those who prepared the food, those who were serving the food, and those who cut the vegetables were especially yogyukt. The first foundation is that of cutting the vegetables. If the vegetables are not cut, what food will be prepared? Those from all departments were instruments for all round service. You were told that if those who maintained the cleanliness didn't keep everything clean, there wouldn't have been that impact. If each one's face was not full of godly love, then how could there have been success in service? Whatever work each one of you did it filled with love. This is why the seed of love was sown in them. You did it with zeal and enthusiasm, and that is why others also had zeal and enthusiasm. While there was diversity because of the thread of love, they only spoke of unity. This was the specialty of the canopy of the atmosphere. The atmosphere becomes a canopy of protection. So, because of being under the canopy of protection, no matter what type of sanskars they had, they were absorbed in the influence of love. Do you understand? All of you had the greatest of all duties, responsibilities. All of you did service. No matter how much they wanted to speak of something else, they were unable to do so because of the atmosphere. Even if they thought something in their mind, they were unable to speak about it because on seeing the practical transformation in the lives of all of you, they also automatically continued to have the inspiration for transformation. You saw the practical proof, did you not? Even more than the proof of the scriptures is practical proof. All the other types of proof become merged in form of practical proof. This was the result of service. Even now, if you continue to bring them closer with the specialty of the cooperation of love, they will continue to move forward even more in their cooperation. Nevertheless, the sound of revelation will be heard loudly only when there is cooperation from all authorities. Only when all the special authorities come together and speak out loudly in one voice will the curtain of revelation open in front of the world. This is why the plans of service that you have made at present are for this purpose, is it not? If the people of all the fields, that is, all the authorities, come into connection, cooperate, and are loving, they will come into relationship and become easy yogis. If even one authority does not cooperate, how will the task that you have undertaken of global cooperation be successful? Now, the foundation of the special authorities has been laid. The field of religion is the greatest authority, is it not? The foundation has now begun with that special authority. You saw the influence of love, did you not? What were people saying otherwise? How were you able to invite so many of them together? First conference of all the Mahamandaleshwars from India here. Those people were also wondering, were they not? However, there was one thread of God's love, and this is why, even though they had diverse opinions, there was just the one thought of being cooperative. Similarly, make those of all professions cooperative in the same way. They are becoming that, but bring them even closer and make them cooperative more, because now the Golden Jubilee has ended, and so you have come even closer to revelation now. The Diamond Jubilee means to make the sound of revelation be heard loudly. So from this year, the curtain of revelation has started to open. On the one hand, there was the revelation in Bharat from the lands abroad, and on the other side, there was the success of the great task of the Maha Mandaleshwars. Abroad, the United Nations became the instrument. They are especially very well known, and in Bharat, it is the authority of religion that is very well known. So, to bring about revelation of the Dharmatmas through the authority of religion is to begin to open the curtain of revelation. As yet, it has only just begun to open. It is still to open. It hasn't opened fully. It has only just begun to open. The children abroad were instruments for that task. That was also a special task. In the special task of revelation, you became instruments for this task. Bab Dada is giving special congratulations to the children abroad for being the instruments to play the hero part in this final revelation. You created upheaval in Bharat, did you not? The sound reached everyone's ears. This sound from abroad, at least, became instrumental to awaken the Kumbhakarnas of Bharat. However, as yet the sound only has just been heard. They still have to be awakened. You have to get them up. The sound has only just reached their ears. When a sound reaches someone who is sleeping, he stirs a little. There is a little movement. So the movement has been created. In the movement, they have awakened a little and they understand that you are something. They will now awaken when you make the sound even more loudly. The sound now has been a little louder than before. In the same way, it will be a wonder when all the authorities have a Snehmilan together on the stage. When the revelation of God's task begins through all the souls of all the authorities, then the curtain of revelation will open fully. This is why you have to keep the aim in the program that you are now making, that there should be a Snehmilan of all authorities. A Snehmilan of all authorities can take place. For instance, when you call the ordinary sages, that is not a big thing. But you called all the Mahamandaleshwars. In fact, there would have been greater splendor in this gathering had Shankaracharya come. But his fortune will also open now. He is at least cooperative internally. Children have worked very hard. However, he has to consider people's opinion. That day will also come when those of all authorities together will say that the most elevated authority, the godly authority, the spiritual authority, is the authority of the one God. This is why you have made a plan for a long period, have you not? You have been given all this time so that you can tie everyone in the thread of love and bring them close. This love will become a magnet so that all of them together will come onto the Father's stage as a group. You have made such a plan, have you not? Acha. The servers have received the practical fruit of all the service you did. Otherwise, it is now the turn of the new ones to meet Baba. All of you have now reached the stage of retirement while continuously celebrating meetings. You are now giving your younger brothers and sisters their turn. It is because you became those who are in the stage of retirement that you gave chance to others. Of course, everyone's desires will continue to increase. Everyone will say that they should even now have a chance to meet Baba. The more you receive, the more your desire will increase. What will you then do? To give a chance to others means to experience the self to be fully satisfied, because the older ones are experienced. You are the embodiment of attainments. Souls who are the embodiment of attainments are those who have good wishes for everyone, the ones who keep others in front. Or do you feel that you should also meet now? You have to be altruistic in this too. You are sensible. You are those who understand the beginning, the middle, and the end. You also understand the time. You understand the influence of matter. You also understand your part. Bap Dada too always wants to meet you children. If the Father wants to meet, it is because the Father wants to meet you first. And this is why you children also want to meet. However, the Father also has to consider the time and matter. When He comes into this world, He has to consider everything of this world. When He is far from here, then there in the subtle region, there is no problem of water, time, or accommodation. Those from Gujarat live close, so you also have received the fruit of that, have you not? It is a specialty of those from Gujarat that they always remain ever ready. You have made the lessons of Haji, yes indeed, very firm, and you stay wherever you are given a place to stay. You also have the specialty of remaining happy in all circumstances. There is good growth in Gujarat. The enthusiasm for service makes you free from obstacles and also brings benefit to others. There is also success in having the feeling to serve. If the feeling of I is mixed in service, then that would not be called the intention to serve. The feeling to serve brings success. If the feeling of I is mixed, then it requires more labor, more time, and even then the self is not content. Children who have the intentions to serve themselves move forward and also enable others to move forward. You constantly experience the flying stage. You have good courage. Where there is courage, Bap Dada always helps in every task. The Maharathis are the great donors anyway. The Maharathis who have come for service. Are you all great donors and bestowers of blessings? To give others a chance is also a great donation, a blessing. All the long lost and now found children are always cooperative in playing their part according to the time, and will continue to remain so. Of course, there will be the desire because this is a pure desire. However, you also know how to merge it. This is why all of you are always content. Bap Dada too wants to celebrate a meeting with every child and for there to be no limitations of time. However, all these limitations have to be considered in the world of few people. Otherwise, if Bap Dada were to sing praise of each special jewel, it would be so high. At least one song of each child's specialties can be composed. However, this is why Baba asks you to go to the subtle region where there are no limitations. To all the children merged in God's love, to those who are cooperative with everyone at every second, to those who remove the curtain of revelation and reveal the Father in front of the world, to all the souls who have become the image of attraction and become the embodiment that gives the practical proof, to those who are always cooperative in the Father's and everyone's task, and who glorify the name of one, to such children who are the special deities of the world, to the special children of the world, Bap Dada's deep love and remembrance. Together with that, to all the children from this land and abroad who are close and who come in front of the Father with love, accept congratulations for your service and also special love and remembrance from Bap Dada. Blessing, may you be a Jnani soul and make all three, your speaking, thinking, and doing, equal. Now, the time to go into the stage of retirement is coming close. Therefore, finish all the weaknesses of the consciousness of mind and all the games of waste and make your thinking, speaking, and doing equal, and only then will you be called an embodiment of knowledge. Every action, sanskar, virtue, and task of those who are such Jnani souls, the embodiment of knowledge, are as powerful as the Father's. They can never play the useless games of waste. They would always remain busy in the games of a meeting with God. They will celebrate a meeting with the one Father and make others equal to the Father. Slogan: enthusiasm for service makes all the little illnesses become merged. Om Shanti.